today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in the project with the tallest building of India. The building is in Mumbai. In Mumbai, it's in the commercial hub of Lower Parel, and the name of the building is Lodha World Towers. Our tenant today, they're a couple involved in the financial services industry. They believe in the DINK philosophy. DINK is double income, no kids. They like to live like king size, and they've chosen a very large, spacious apartment in an exclusive project. Let's meet them.
Hi Vishal, how are you?
Very well, very well.
Come on in. How are things?
Things are good, things are good.
Well-
Today, a light day in terms of traffic, so I came quickly.
Yeah, always happens on Sunday. Welcome to our home.
Oh, hi, Mandara.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Yes.
Good to see you.
So this is it.
This is it.
This is your not so humble abode.
You can say that.
And that sparkling view, okay.
It is. So that's the Eastern Harbour. And if you get onto the deck and when you look, you crane your neck a little bit, you can also see parts of the Western Sea. You can even see the ceiling, shades of it.
Okay. So this is where you guys spend most of your time, given the sort of views that it has.
We do, especially in this weather. The monsoons are particularly gorgeous. On days when it's raining a lot, you sometimes do feel that you are amongst the clouds. So that's one advantage of living
Well,
on
you
that.
literally are sometimes because of the height that we have. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So actually one thing that you'll be surprised, and we were surprised when we came in, we always thought if you're so distant from the main road, and this is a busy main road, we thought, as height increases and the distance increases, noise levels will go down. Actually, that is not the case. Sound
contrary
somehow
to that.
gets amplified by the time it reaches a higher floor, so we can hear the honks of Mumbai very, very well.
Even if there's any
So
music
from
playing.
the 45th floor, you can hear the
Yeah,
noise of the
yeah. You
traffic
can
also?
actually hear more noise as you go up, which obviously I didn't realize. So I can hear people, if there's a kid crying, yelling, I can actually hear that kid up till 45th floor.
There's nothing absorbing the sound on the way up.
But I think one thing that Lodha has done, which is phenomenal, is I don't know if you realize, like when our windows are shut, there's absolute pin drop silence.
Sham ko, when the lights are dim, you look at this side, which is the financial hub now. ऐसा लगता है आप शायद मैनहट्टन की sky view देख रहे हैं.
Can we see the rest of the house then?
Sure, please come.
So that was the best part of the apartment, I guess, right? And the bedrooms are over here?
Anji, please come, I'll show you.
This is a 3-bedroom apartment.
So this is the first bedroom. So this is my work office cum bedroom, and if you see, tend to be a little smaller. But I think that's probably because of the
decks are big,
deck
the rooms
takes,
are smaller.
Yeah, but the rooms in that sense.
So actually we wanted to move to a 2-bedroom apartment. This just happened to be a project we liked and ended up taking a 3-bedroom. But इसका फायदा एक ये हो गया कि when COVID happened and she got work from home, she got this place as a home office.
And then in case if you happen to get too bored with this, you can just cross over, get to your deck and start working.
Absolutely. So this deck is actually the entrance to the same deck. If you
That we
have-
were just out.
Yeah, so there's two entrances, one from the hall and one from this bedroom.
Okay.
The other two rooms have their own individual decks.
And all rooms have an attached bathroom, so there's one here.
I can notice the floor to ceiling is not a bad height at all.
Yeah.
There's 2 layers of false ceiling here.
Okay.
One is also to conceal the air conditioning because there is central air conditioning in the apartment.
So no, this is not the master bedroom. This
Okay.
is the guest bedroom.
Okay.
As I said, our families, friends, they visit us often.
Okay.
So this is their setup. So this also has a
Bathroom.
attached bathroom here.
So a lot of stuff here is done by Armani. So for this particular project, the builder has collaborated with Armani to do all the interior. So including the bathrooms and fixtures and everything.
Yeah, the sanitary ware is all Armani. But even the lighting, the way the house is done, the wallpapers, the colors, everything is Armani. Incidentally, we were going to Dubai and we were looking at which hotel to stay. So we end up seeing Armani Hotel. And you wouldn't believe there was uncanny resemblance between how the Armani
How our
hotel
bathroom looks and
how the bathroom looks and how the lighting looks. These cove lightings that he likes. In fact, if you see a lot of the lighting, we've put these additional lights we've put ourselves because I think Mr. Armani didn't believe in too much lighting in the house. So the entire house, if you see it the way, and this is a fully done up, not furnished, but fully done up house. but the lighting is minimal, and that's how Armani Hotel in Dubai is as well. So,
Okay.
so this is just how his taste goes.
This is the biggest room, right?
This is the
Yeah.
master bedroom.
And actually, this is one of the reasons. I mean, each floor has 5 apartments. All of them have different configurations. Some have their own strengths on different areas. For us, the master bedroom was always very important. This is a fairly luxurious master bedroom.
I basically have to ask this question. This is a 3-bedroom apartment. 1 bedroom is really spacious. How do 2 of y'all live in such a big apartment?
I can answer that. We actually didn't intend to stay here at all. When we used to stay, we used to stay in Worli before this, in a 2-bedroom house, which was adequate, right? 1 guest, our families come and visit us. And then we wanted to move out to a place which has amenities. And that's what got us here. Our offices are in Lodha Parel, so this was one of the aspirational, buildings.
This entire apartment, how much does it cost you on a monthly basis to rent?
The rentals are around 2.5 lakh. So as I said, like this is the smallest 3-bedroom unit. So pricing can move up and down depending on the floor, the view, the sizes as well. For this particular setup, the rentals are around 2.5 lakh.
And for this, did you appoint a broker? Did you go online? How is the search done for such an apartment?
The person, the consultant that we hired did a good job in trying to find something which we didn't know we want.
So Mandira, the broker who entertained you all for this apartment, who made you all upgrade from a 2 BHK to a large 3 BHK, how much did you land up paying brokerage for this apartment?
So we paid the usual, 1 month rent. So at that time it was 2.25. So that's the amount of brokerage we had to pay to get this house.
So 1 month brokerage of 2.25 lakh for your broker.
That's right.
So what is this?
So this is the other part which I love about this house is we have a walk-in closet here. So our stuff is here. It's my small dressing table, our stuff. That's our bathroom. It has a tub and things like those. But again, space, right? Again, for the 2 of us, there's quite a bit of space. He gets to office very early in the morning. He leaves home at 7:15 a.m. without fail.
Okay.
And I'm not an early riser. So this gives me the quiet that he can get ready here. And
That's my buffer zone.
Yeah.
So Mandira, tubs, they are not very common in Mumbai. Even in many premium luxury properties, I have not seen them. So this tub, does it get used a lot?
I was very excited when I obviously was looking at this house. It's, oh wow, there's a bathtub. I'm from Delhi, I've used bathtubs in Delhi. But I realized that was weather permitting, right? In Delhi, you have winters when it really feels nice to be in a hot, tub bath. In Bombay, unfortunately, there's never a time in the year when it's cold enough to be in a hot tub.
How do your parents react when you all say that you all pay such a big amount in rent?
But I can give you a specific answer to this. His father, till we were moving here, tried everything to get us out of this decision. Said, "Arey, यहाँ पे हम लोग walk करने जाएंगे. वहाँ पे Worli Sea Face था. We would go for a walk. Like things like those, right? Like how wasn't, and which is a big jump in from rent perspective. My mom said, we'll not be comfortable coming to this building. Can you go stay in your standard building? So there was, but I think now, once we've moved in, once they come and stay with us, they absolutely love the building. They love, going down for walks. They love, spending time in the building.
When you enter, the lobby downstairs as well as the lift lobby here, it gives more a feeling of it being a hotel type of setup. And a lot of people in that generation don't think that it gives that homely vibes.
So Raman, regarding this apartment, the rent, why aren't you guys looking to buy an apartment? I know people who are paying much less amounts of rent who think that makes sense to buy the apartment, buy an apartment.
Yeah.
What's holding you both back?
Well, it's always a personal choice. It just depends on where you are in life at that point of time. For us, what I like is the fact that if I were to take this house or buy this house, the EMI for this house would be anywhere around 6.5, 7 lakh, which is substantially more than what we need to pay as rent. And that sort of tips the balance. For the same amount of monthly outflow, if I have to live, then I would not be able to afford this house. So that is one of the considerations that we have.
So Mandira, he said on the part of finances, he said the 2.25 lakh rupees rental versus a 6 lakh EMI. That's the financial part of it. Are there psychological factors as well? Both of you all are in insurance and finance, highly remunerating jobs, but also highly volatile. where
absolutely.
security is a risk. Is that also a factor?
Oh, absolutely. I think eventually, we are professionals. I think our lifestyle is highly dependent on, how we continue working at our respective offices. And so there is something on the back of your mind that if there is something which doesn't work well for us, doesn't go in our direction, could be something completely outside our control, market driven. You don't want a situation where you've invested so much money of yours, which you're not able to have.
So Raman, can we see the amenities?
Absolutely.
Sure, let's go.
So we have a famous cricketer here. We have multiple famous CEOs here. We have an author here.
We have a Bollywood
best-selling
actor.
author.
We have a Bollywood actor here. So we have a few people.
Many people buy apartments because there's a status symbol also involved in it, especially as you go higher up in the chain. Was that a factor when you all were looking for such a project, that it has to dazzle, it has to stun,
I
the
don't think
gentry has to be a
so.
certain
In fact,
way?
this was not even in the consideration set because probably for the same reason that it's probably an expensive society, this wasn't even part of the consideration set.
The practical things are a lot more important. So facilities, the fact that from our apartment I can see my office and she can see her office. We are so close by. In fact, I would be tempted to say that 90% of our lives is within like a 3-kilometer radius of this place.
Absolutely.
How do you like the location? Lower Parel is now commonly called as slower Parel. Huh? So does that impact the way you guys live, or because Mandira and Raman सिर्फ 3 किलोमीटर के रेडियस पे हर जगह जाते हैं तो doesn't
अरे ये
matter?
तो walk करके जाता है. If you want to go towards north, towards suburbs, then you just take that flyover. If you want to go south, you just take the right wala flyover. So actually, we tend to be relatively lucky when it has to be moving out of Lower Parel, so to speak.
So tell me something. There are many projects I've seen that have lots of amenities. Maybe not to the extent that this one in particular has, but I also see in them it's very crowded because it's very dense, the number of flats. Do you face a similar issue over here?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think there is a Lodha app that we have. You need to book your facilities that you want to use. You don't have to call them. So it's pretty seamless. So obviously you need to do that. But as long as you're planning a bit ahead, and generally I think so far we've not had a situation where we've thought that the number of people using the facility are far more than what is convenient.
Why don't we take a trip around your area and just see how the traffic is? Today is of course a light day, I'm guessing, but I'm sure on a weekday it'll be a lot more packed. We'll check it out?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, let's do that. So Mandira, I basically noticed that in this building, the valet service is pretty active. That's always been an amenity here, or it's a recent one?
No, it's always been here. It's been for the last 4 years that I've been living in the building. We had this valet. I think if there's a facility or amenity which should continue, this is one of those key ones which we really need to have in the building.
Do you sometimes think that this project is more a hotel than a residence?
I think that's how probably it looks like from outside.
So this is the way to your office, right?
This is the way to my office. So we've just taken a left. This is Kamla Mills.
Kamla Mills is a place where you have a lot of bars, cafes, restaurants,
That's
right?
right.
One of the 3 main spots where we hang out after work or even over the weekends. The other ones being Phoenix Mills, which is also next door, and then very soon we'll be crossing Toddy Mills as well, which also has some good spots.
Time for the report card. First up, this is a status project. Even though the buildings have got completed quite some time ago, it's finding its value only over a period of time. So this project has gained that status symbol because of the scale and grandeur of it. Second, amenities. It's unlikely in Mumbai you'll see a project of this scale in terms of its amenities. It has any amenity that most people can think of. It has something for kids, for senior citizens, for middle-aged professionals. Third, that's on the exterior, which is a negative. This is a locality that has become very congested due to traffic. So all in all, if you're a family with kids, with senior citizens who want something in the heart of Mumbai and want everything to be within the confines of that gated community, this is a project that should be contemplated.